今天是10月9号，继国内8天长假之后，《纽约时报》中文网终于更新了。然后，首先我们来看一下这篇主题为“禁止悲伤，不许躺平，中国打击恶意挑动负面情绪”账号的文章。首先我会先进行英文的解读，然后最后的话可能再用中文去点评一下。如果你有想法或者怎么样的话，欢迎评论区理性探讨。Cheers up or else China cracks down on their haters and cynics. China's censors are moving to stamp out more than just political dissent online. Now they are targeting the public move itself, punishing bloggers and influencers whose very posts are relenting widely in a country where optimism is flying. The authorities have punished 2 bloggers who advocated for a life or death war and death pressure, an influencer who said that it made financial sense not to marry and have children, and a commentator known for boldly observing that China still lags behind Western countries in terms of quality of life. This supports cynics and skeptics, 2 of whom have tens of millions of followers, have had their accounts suspended or banned in recent weeks as China's internet regulator conducts a new cleanup of Chinese social media. The 2-month campaign, launched by the Cyberspace Administration of China in late September, is aimed at purging content that incites excessive pessimistic sentiment and panic or promotes defeatist ideas such as how war is useless, according to a notice from the agency. In reality, we all experience fatigue and anxiety as a result of work and life, but these real emotions deserve respect and should not be deliberately amplified for traffic. The internet is not a dumping ground for negativity. China's state broadcaster CCTV said in an editorial about the campaign. Around the world, officials debate how to keep social media from stoking outrage and polarization that could spill over into real-world violence or harm. The internet regulator in China has framed its campaign in similar terms, expressing concern about messages that stoke divisions based on gender or other group identities, or live streaming content that glorifies self-harm and violence. But China's crackdown carries a distinctly political undercurrent. It demonstrates that concern about its leadership about spread of Malaysia as the country grapples with economic uncertainty, a volatile rivalry with the United States, and growing disenchantment among young people. In recent years, some young people have opted out of the rat race in favor of a minimal life of dying flat, or given up on gold altogether and let it rot. The accounts of 2 bloggers known for promoting a minimal lying flat lifestyle were blocked from adding followers late last month. Beijing is concerned that such permission doesn't just discourage citizens from being productive members of society. It could turn into criticism of the ruling Communist Party. The root cause is deteriorating economy and social prospects for many Chinese, which have led to war for any countries would be a natural social response, the expression of anxiety and misgiving, said David Bandersky, the director of the China Media Project, a research group. Such sentiment, the leadership worries, might be infectious, Mr. Banduski said. Local governments and social media platforms had jumped into action to carry the regulator orders. In the city of Zhengzhou in central China, officials said two social media account owners were investigated for portraying the city in an unflattering light. In Xi'an, the local internet regulator said it punished the holders of 5 social media accounts for spreading false information about housing price and real estate regulations. Weibo, a popular microblog, said last week that it suspended more than 1,200 accounts that spread rumors about the economy and government welfare program. The internet regulator ordered platforms to root out posts that use isolated news events to point to broader social problems, a style of commentary that the authority condemned as malicious misinterpretation that fuels cynicism about society. People in China often use such posts to vent frustration or share their fears and questions. Recent incidents, such as food safety scandals at schools, had residents questioning the transparency and accountability of government officials. Last year, a series of random attacks on civilians attributed to aggrieved residents seeking revenue on society prompted discussion about deep-seated inequality and mental health in China today. Most recently, internet users feast on the death of a Chinese actor, Yi whose body was found outside a multi-story building in Beijing last month. The authorities, based on a statement from Yi's mother, said he had fallen accidentally, but in the days after, China's platform were with unproven theory that the authority has covered up foul play or that it has been suicide. His death fueled questions about power and corruption in the entertainment industry, as well as about transparency on the part of the police. Weibo limited discussion of Mr. Yu and suspended more than 1,500 accounts for posting about him. China's state media have also sought to case the online cleanup as an effort to target those who are peddling despair for clicks. The state broadcaster CCTV warned about posts that convey a bleak picture of life in China. Parents have unfilial children when are surrounded by materialistic women. Women are trapped by bad men who cheat. The workplace is full of unmotivated young people. Such stories, it warned, were the work of emotional predators, feeding the gloomiest stories to draw attention. But officials' efforts to crack content that profits from despair may be silencing genuine expression of frustration. The official message of positivity is constrained by an economy reality that is just starkly different compared with the last decades, said Kajal Johnhausen, head of Chinese politics and society at the Mercator Institute for China Study. It will not be enough to keep online negative emotions in check. Many people complain about stagnant wages or, more recently, whether China's introduction of a new type of work visa for science and engineering students will eventually mean few jobs for Chinese citizens. A record 12.2 million new graduates are entering the job market this year at a time when young unemployment remains stubbornly high. The government's efforts to bolster confidence by expanding its cerebral social safety net, giving subsidies to families with children and affording a consumer trade-in program, have had limited effort. The social media accounts of Hu Chengfeng, an auto repairman, turned into influencer whose videos have highlighted poverty and inequality in China, have been removed from several platforms. Propaganda officials in Zhejiang have accused him of worshipping the West. He is most famous for coining a shorthand for class divides in China users versus under users that in his view highlights the gap between the haves and the have-nots. Android is now an adjective, he said one video. For example, an Android computer means your computer is very low end. An Android house means that the house has poor surround roofing, a bad layout, and poor lighting. On other influencer, Zhang Zhibiao, who goes by Zhang Xuefang online, a former tutor, was known for arguing that students from poor families stood little chance of breaking into elite professions like finances and medicine without the right social or political connections. The crackdown is also an effort to rein in the influencer of China's largest social media platforms. In September, the regulator summoned representatives from several popular platforms for content violations. The People's Daily, the Chinese Communist Party's official mouthpiece, said in an editorial that the campaign made clear for platforms could no longer let pessimism, proliferate unchecked. The buggles has been sounded and all parties should act accordingly. Is that thanks for listening. 怎么说呢？就是本身的话，就是说社交媒体上是否应该有一些限制？我觉得这个还是的，但是要有一个界限，就是说在言论自由的前提下，那界限在哪？就是说，如果我们大家都畅所欲言，肯定是会需要的。那不可能就是说你永远都看得到积极的一面，所以说某种程度上，党媒在控制这个，它就有点诡异。就是怎么说呢？它就有点就是你还是有点太防民之口了。不过从现在上来看的话，就是说，我会觉得说政府或者说我们还是会需要有一些机构来保障我们的一个是说话的自由。其次的话，这个自由它不意味着说你可以很自由的去煽动一些什么仇恨啊，煽动一些很邪恶的东西啊。所以说，我觉得自由的定义应该就是有这样的一个分歧。然后其次呢，就是大家还是应该各司其职。我们当然应该可以表达自己的一个选择，分享自己的一个生活方式。可是，如果是对于某些很煽动性的，那还是会需要有一定的衡量。因为的话，因为如果对一些丑恶的言论，它不加以制止，或者说对于一些仇恨传播啊，或者说谎言 不事实的谣言等等这些情况的传播的话，那必定也是损害了一些人的利益，一些人的一些利益和感受。所以说适当的控制肯定是要的，但是究竟这个点和这个度它应该在哪里，然后政府的职责应该在哪里，我觉得这是我作为一个很普通的一个普通人所需要，我不知道谁来回答，政府来回答吗？可是我不想要政府，他如果我说简他不开心的，他就把我封号了，我完全对这个是非常抵触的。谢谢你的倾听，祝你生活愉快。